There are dog owners, and then there are dog owners. You know exactly what I mean. Because somewhere in your life right now, there is a person who talks to their dog in a voice 3 octaves higher than their normal voice. There is a person whose entire Instagram is their dog. There is a person who has spent more on their dog's birthday party than on their own. And the thing is, none of them think they're the extreme one. Everyone thinks they're the normal one, and everyone is wrong. Today, we are breaking down every type of dog owner. Funny? Yes, but there is real psychology behind every single one of these, and by the end, you will understand your relationship with your dog on a level you never expected. And the last type, the one we end on, is the one that will make you feel something you didn't come here to feel. Type 1. The baby talk parent. You know this person. You might be this person. They walk into a room, see their dog, and immediately their voice changes. Not slightly, completely. A grown adult who negotiates contracts and drives on highways suddenly sounds like they are trying to communicate with a very small cloud.
Who's the most beautiful baby in the whole entire world? Is it you? Is it you?
The dog stares at them, possibly concerned. But here is the real insight. Scientists actually studied this. Baby talk directed at dogs, technically called dog-directed speech, has been shown to genuinely strengthen the bond between owner and dog. Dogs respond better to it than to normal speech. Their attention increases, their oxytocin levels rise. The voice that sounds ridiculous to every human in the room is actually communicating something real to the dog. The psychology. Baby talk with dogs mirrors the same vocal patterns used between mothers and infants. It signals safety, warmth, and affection, and dogs evolved over thousands of years to respond to exactly those signals from humans. So yes, you sound insane. Your dog loves it. Keep going. Type 2. The guilty leaver. This owner cannot leave the house without a full emotional production. They say goodbye to the dog 3 separate times. They turn back at the door. They look through the window to check if the dog is okay. They send their partner a text from the car that just says, "Do you think he's okay?" The dog is fine. The dog is already asleep. But the guilt? The guilt is real. And it turns out it is not irrational. Research shows that dogs do experience a stress response when their owners leave. Cortisol levels rise. Some dogs whine, some pace. Some sit by the door for longer than their owner will ever know. The guilty leaver isn't being dramatic. They have picked up through years of living with their dog on something real. Their dog does feel something when they go. The guilty leaver just has no way to explain it, and so they cope by texting their partner from a parking lot. The psychology. The guilty leaver has developed a high level of emotional attunement with their dog, the same attunement that makes them an extraordinary owner. The guilt is just attunement with nowhere to go. Type 3. The dog. Instagram account owner. The dog has an account. The dog has more followers than the owner. The dog has a bio that says something like, "Living my best life managed by my human." The dog gets birthday posts. The dog gets Christmas posts. The dog gets a post every time it does something that every dog does every single day. Biscuit discovered the concept of puddles today. We are so proud. But here is the thing nobody says out loud. This is actually psychologically healthy. Studies on pet ownership and social media found that sharing content about your dog strengthens your own sense of identity, community, and purpose. The people who laugh at the dog Instagram are the same people who quietly like every single post. The psychology. Creating a persona for your dog is a form of narrative projection. You are telling the story of your bond in the only language social media understands. It is not cringe. It is connection. Also, Biscuit genuinely does deserve the followers. Type 4. The trainer who trained nothing. This owner read every book, watched every YouTube video, bought the treats, the clicker, the harness, the training collar, the puzzle toys. They were going to have the most well-behaved dog in the history of dogs. The dog sits on the dining table. The dog has eaten 3 remotes, 1 passport, and something that used to be a shoe. The owner describes all of this with a mixture of exhaustion and what can only be described as pride. He's just so smart. He gets bored easily. The dog is not bored. The dog is running the house. And somewhere deep down, the owner knows this and has made peace with it. The psychology. Research shows that owners who struggle to enforce boundaries with their dogs often score high on empathy and agreeableness. They find it genuinely difficult to disappoint the dog. The dog, for its part, is perfectly happy with this arrangement. Type 5. The he doesn't like everyone. Their dog does not like most people. They know this. They are not embarrassed by this. They are, if anything, slightly proud of it. Because when their dog does like you, when their dog chooses you, they treat it like a formal endorsement. He never does this with anyone. He really likes you. And the person being told this feels something. A warmth, a small but genuine sense of having passed a test that mattered. And they are not wrong to feel it. Dogs are extraordinarily good at reading human character. Studies show dogs can detect dishonesty, anxiety, and aggression through a combination of scent, body language, and micro-expression reading that humans cannot consciously perform. When a dog chooses to trust someone, they have run a biological scan that would take a human months of knowing someone to replicate. The psychology. The selective dog owner has learned to trust their dog's judgment about people, often because the dog has been right before. This is not irrational. It is one of the most ancient and reliable character assessment systems in human history. Type 6. The My Dog is My Therapist owner. This owner tells their dog everything, not small things, everything. The work situation, the relationship problem, the thing they haven't told their best friend yet. They sit on the kitchen floor at 11 p.m. and they talk to their dog like the dog is going to respond with something useful. And the thing is, the dog does respond, not with words, but with presence, with the kind of complete, unjudging attention that most humans are incapable of giving for more than 4 minutes before checking their phone. Science has confirmed what this owner already knew. Talking to your dog lowers cortisol, reduces blood pressure, and activates the same neural pathways as talking to a trusted human companion. The dog does not understand the words, but the dog understands that you need to be heard, and they stay every single time. The psychology. This owner has found in their dog something genuinely rare, a relationship with no judgment, no agenda, and no expiration date on patience. That is not dependency. That is one of the healthiest bonds a human being can have. Type 7. The I don't even like dogs owner. They got the dog for their partner or their kids. They were very clear from the beginning. This is not my dog. I don't want a dog. I am not a dog person. The dog sleeps in their spot on the couch. The dog has a name that this person chose. This person has, on at least 3 separate occasions, canceled plans because they didn't want to leave the dog alone too long. They will not admit any of this, but watch them when they think nobody is looking. Watch them reach down without thinking and scratch behind the dog's ear. Watch their face when the dog comes to find them specifically out of everyone in the house and sits down next to them. The psychology. The I don't even like dogs owner is often the one the dog chose. Dogs are extraordinarily good at identifying the person in a household who needs them most and attaching themselves to that person with a precision that looks, from the outside, almost deliberate. Type 8. The one who already lost one. You can spot this owner immediately, not by anything loud, by something quiet. They hold their dog a little longer than seems necessary. They take more photos than makes sense. They stop mid-walk sometimes for no obvious reason, and just look at their dog for a moment like they are trying to memorize something. They know something the other types don't know yet. They know exactly how this ends. They have already been through it once: the empty bed, the collar on the counter, the habit of reaching down and finding nothing there. And they came back. They got another dog. Not to replace the one they lost. You cannot replace them, but because they decided that the grief at the end was worth everything that came before it. This is the most experienced dog owner of all of them. Not because they know the most training techniques or the best diet or the right harness, but because they have loved a dog completely, lost them, and chose to love again anyway. They don't take a single walk for granted. They don't rush through the morning. When their dog looks up at them with that quiet, total trust, they look back fully. Because they know, better than anyone, how precious that moment is. Every type on this list loves their dog differently. The baby talker, the guilty leaver, the one who swore they didn't even like dogs. But underneath all of it, underneath every type, every style, every personality, there is the same thing. A human being who found in a dog something they couldn't find anywhere else and decided every single day that it was worth it. Which type are you?